Malawi is a good place. It is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful country. There are beautiful people in Malawi. Malawians are hardworking. They work hard every day, like what you are seeing in the video. These are Malawians doing everything they can to improve their lives, because they are afraid if they don't do anything, nobody is going to help them. So each and every Malawian is looking for what she or he can do in order to survive. Because economically, Malawi is passing through difficult times. So people are busy working hard to fight against economic hardship, which is indeed adding pain to the wounds of many Malawians. The largest percentage of Malawian population is poor. So if you don't do something on your own, forget about ending the problems. Forget about reducing poverty, because nobody is going to do your work. So Malawians are still working hard despite unfavorable environment economically, which doesn't favor Malawians. There are no policies deliberately put in place in order to look after the welfare of Malawians. It's hard. Of course, many people rely on farming in Malawi in order to survive. But farming without money is even a difficult thing to do. So I believe that things will end one day in Malawi. Things to do with economic problems. Because no matter how hard it is, it gets better sometime. And it will definitely get better. Things will be fine. We just need to continue working hard as people. We don't have to relax too much. Let us build our nation. Let us develop it by ourselves. It is possible to develop. It is possible to end poverty. It is possible to have a good life in Malawi. It is possible to end poverty. It is. So I believe poverty will end soon. Actually, the government has got strategies of developing the nation. There's been a talk about Agenda 2063 is a good thing. It's a good dream. I believe it is going to be realized in our lifetime. But maybe asking yourself a question, how old are you at this time that you may be waiting for 2063 in order for you to realize the total development nation has been anticipating? If you are 40 today, 2063 is far for you. If you are 50 today, 2063 is far for you. So what the government should be doing is to look for short-term plans of achieving these strategies, development strategies, ending poverty, of food shortage, poverty of housing. Like, we need to make sure that we have got short-term plans. And Malawi can be working very hard to meet the short-term plans, at the same time taking into account the long-term plans as well. We need to work hard. We need to develop. We need to keep on planning. We need to make sure that as a country, we are doing everything necessary to make sure that we develop. It is not possible to develop without doing something. You attract prosperity by working hard. Just waiting for someone to do something for you is not a good idea. It is a bad idea. Many people are just waiting for somebody to help them without you doing something. Actually, many people are lazy. Let's start working hard. Let's start hating our poverty. Let's start developing our nation the way we want, building the nation the way we want. Working hard is the only way we can end our problems as a nation, as the people. We must work hard. We must do everything we can in order to develop. We cannot develop with jealous. We cannot develop with hatred. We cannot develop with pride. We cannot develop with corruption. We only can develop if we begin to work hard, if we get united, if we focus on the development. As a nation, we have got the goals. Let's achieve those goals by working hard. And now, we will develop as a nation. I know poverty will go very soon. As much as we have got the interest of developing our nation, this thing called poverty will no longer be with us. It will go. It will leave us, because we really are looking for the development of the nation. As now is the time of farming. Let's do farming so that we can have food, so that we can develop. We need to do that. Farming is a solution to any nation. Before any nation develops, farming is very important. Before we say we have enough food. Farming is the reason why we have food. Before a nation is prosperous, farming, which I'm talking about in this video, is crucial. People need food. People who don't have food cannot contribute to the development of any nation. A hungry person cannot work. A hungry person cannot participate in development of the nation. A hungry person will be not abiding to the law. Because he's hungry, he or she will do everything in order to have food. So let's do farming as much as we can so that our people, our nation, can have abundance of food. If we can overcome food shortage, everything that is affecting us economically will be stable. Because food is the determination factor of the pricing of goods. Let's make sure we have enough food by doing farming. Malawi is beautiful. Look in this video, the view of that mountain and this place. You can just say that indeed Malawi is beautiful. The environment for me is very attractive. So let's work hard as a nation. Let us do what is necessary in order to develop. Of course, challenges are so many because there are also external factors that do contribute to the poverty of nations. Actually, we know that Africa was colonized by the Western countries, and that thing created a problem for all countries in Africa. That's why we are not even developing. It is because of the colonization that took place in Africa as well as slavery. Some people may say, how could slavery affect the development of the nation? Because this is not the time of slavery. I can tell you, our mindset has been affected because of slavery psychologically, because the slavery that happened in Africa, we still learn it at school. So it makes us think like we are weak, we can't think on our own. Because we wonder why our forefathers could not defend for themselves against the colonizers. We may be thinking like we are weak. So always we need to refer to American chapter books in order for us to make decisions about our nation economically. Our presidents and all officers that are in government are not able to make decisions that are good for the people because of the textbooks that they are reading. So as countries in Africa, we must work together. We must develop our nations according to our needs. We need food, let's develop without any fear, because there are people who make us fear whenever we make decisions about our nation, because they think like we can get it better, so they want to frustrate us from pushing forward with the right ways of developing our nation so that we can change the lives of many people in Africa. But this is 2024, so we have to start doing things on our own. Independent thinking, independent economy, independent financing. We need to do these things by ourselves so that we can develop as the continent. Look, Malawi is beautiful. This is a good landscape. This fence which you are seeing right now is the fence that is belonging to the Blantyre College. Yeah, Blantyre College inside. The buildings that you are seeing in front of me up there, those buildings belong to Social Center School. Yeah, it's it's here, it's close to Blantyre College, just neighbors. Like I said, Malawi is beautiful, it's great, it's wonderful. So let's have hope that things will be better. Things will be better indeed. We'll forget about the problems. We'll forget about the poverty. We'll change. We'll be rich. We'll get developed. It is coming a time when it will really get developed, and everything that has been affecting us economically will be the story of the past. Because I'm seeing the future as the beautiful future for Malawians, for us all. So let's work hard. As Malawians are already working hard, let's keep on working hard. But government, help us. Because we need your support financially so that we can really work very hard to develop our lives, to feed for ourselves. Government is trying everything to make sure that there is large farms. There are large farms in Malawi, but this is a strategic, and it's long-term plan. I think it cannot just happen today. It may take years. But for the immediate needs of Malawians, at least government should start providing support necessary to the people so that they can start doing things on their own, which be empowered economically, that is to say. Each and every Malawian must be empowered, because there are more Malawians who are just idle. There is nothing that they are doing. So it is a responsibility of government to make sure that these Malawians are given a support. You need to have the statistics how many Malawians are not doing anything, and so that you can provide them with assistance. Because Malawians today are identified by the IDs. So that's the reason why we should be looking for getting good statistics to see what's going on in Malawi in terms of productivity. Because if we just idle 20 million people, Malawians, and out of 20 million Malawians, just maybe 1 or 2 million people are busy doing anything, do something. But the 18 million Malawians have nothing to do. Then we are creating an economy that is not going to develop. But we should bring all Malawians together, making sure that they are empowered financially to start doing things on their own at any level of their ability. Whatever ideas they have, we can encourage Malawians to start doing something. It is the government's responsibility to encourage Malawians to start doing something. Right? So if you don't want to develop our economy, if you don't want to end the poverty, then let's leave the things to happen miraculously, as if the prosperity can just come because of miracle. It doesn't work like that. We know that we need to work very hard. We need to do farming in order for us to become developed. If we don't do these things, forget about development. Forget about end of poverty in the nation. Because the people who are already developed today are still busy working hard. So what about us? We're not yet developed. We're a developing nation. But it's nothing that we're doing to make sure that we really get developed. How will we get developed without doing something right now? In the government of great responsibility, I keep on talking about this thing. You have got a big responsibility to make sure that all Malawians are living equally, financially. End the gap between the rich and the poor. And that gap is too huge. We must be encouraged to do things on our own, to support ourselves. Government must give assistance financially to Malawians so that they should be doing something. If we don't do this, this nation will be poor. So yeah, we need to do something. Like Malawi will become developed, I believe. This is going to happen very soon, and we should anticipate for quick transformation of our nation. Because when you are too delayed, when you realize that you're really too delayed, you begin working very hard to make sure that you catch up with the time. So knowing that Malawi is too delayed now, we need to pull up our socks. Every sector of the economy must start doing great work, must be too active, make sure that we really are serious about ourselves. We need to develop, we need to become changed people. We cannot just be known as the poorest nation in the world. That doesn't give me, pride. There's something that makes me worry much, because realizing that I'm a poorest nation in the world does give me less confidence in everything that I'm doing, and they cannot compete competitively in the world because I didn't know about myself as the poorest, and so that becomes the negative thing in my life, and it weighs me down. But as we know that you're a capable nation financially, you need to work hard, and with the confidence, you make great impacts, and you can change and influence things in the world. But we're not really the poorest, as the people say, because sometimes these are just paperworks that they do describe us as the poorest nation, but on the ground it may be a different thing. So as I'm saying in this video, I don't think Malawi is the poorest. We just need to keep on working hard and make sure that we develop the nation evenly. We need to do every work that we can do in order to change the lives of many Malawians so that they should have a better life. That's what we should look at. Building the lives of Malawians financially, developing Malawians equally, right? Because Malawians, if they are really improved, if they have got a good living standard, if you take care of them, then the poverty that is in this nation will be the story of the past, because the lives of all Malawians will become developed. We need to focus on the lives of the people to improve them. That's only how we can end the poverty, because poverty is not about the loads only. It's also about the lives of the people. So building the lives of the people includes even construction, good roads, good houses, farming, to make sure that people have good food, and making sure so there's money in the pocket of people. Each and every person should have finances, should have money to do and buy things that he or she wants. So how we can end poverty? This is what is happening in other parts of the world. The people, the locals, are empowered financially by their governments. They are supported. There's a good welfare, social welfare in the countries where people are said to be developed. So what can hinder us to do the likewise? We need to make sure that we really are concerned about ourselves if we don't develop. Yet we have got all the chance and all the opportunity that we can develop. But maybe due to lack of seriousness, and also because of some things like politics, we haven't done much to really achieve the development that we've been aiming to achieve. But I believe we're going to achieve it. Thank you for watching this video. I am Sanek Barnett. Bye.